Hello and welcome to A Wider World, the show in ability. I'm Elizabeth Kelly. Today's show features a basketball game between traditional rivals and an invention that is the model of discretion. But our first story profiles an organization whose work is important to the 50 million Americans who have autoimmune diseases. The American Autoimmune Diseases Association, also known as AARDA, was founded in 1991. AARDA's goal is the eradication of autoimmune diseases and the alleviation of the suffering and socioeconomic impact of autoimmunity. Let's find out a little more about the good work of this nonprofit organization.
The American Autoimmune Diseases Association helps bring a national focus to autoimmunity, the major cause of serious chronic diseases. It is estimated that 50 million Americans suffer from autoimmune-related diseases. We sat down and spoke with Virginia Ladd, head of AARDA, to learn more about this organization.
AARDA is a national voluntary health agency, so our mission is to bring about collaboration around research, education, public awareness, and patient services for diseases that fall in the autoimmune disease category. I'm actually the founder of AARDA. And 20 years ago when I founded AARDA, autoimmune diseases were not recognized as the disease category. They were recognized singularly, but they weren't recognized as a group. Now this is very important because they cross all the different medical specialties. So you would have gastroenterologists involved, neurologists, rheumatologists, nephrologists. But in the area of research, there was very little collaboration. So there was a lot of redundant research. It may have been on different singular autoimmune diseases, but the researchers would never speak to each other. Very seldom was there very crosstalk, even at the National Institute of Health. Each one of the institutes may represent some of the autoimmune diseases, but there is no home for autoimmune like there is for cancer. If you talk about cancer, there's over 100 forms of cancer. But cancer, the underlying cause of this category of disease, is the immune system allows a mutant cell to proliferate. Basically, in layman's terms, that's the underlying factor in all cancer. Well, in all autoimmune disease, it's this immune attack toward yourself. And so I felt it was very important that there be much more crosstalk. In other words, the multiple sclerosis doctors didn't talk to the lupus doctors, the researchers didn't collaborate, because all research had been directed up to this point to single diseases. And there's a reason for this, because many of these diseases were really not recognized as autoimmune until maybe the last 20 years, like type 1 diabetes.
Volunteers are the backbone to AARDA. They assist in many activities. We talked with them to learn why they decided to work with AARDA.
Well, I myself have had rheumatoid arthritis since I was in my late 20s. And so when I found out about this organization, actually my doctor is the one who referred me to the organization. And when I found out that there was an organization that was doing research that would look for a common cause for the more than 100 or so autoimmune diseases, I thought, yeah, I'd like to be part of that. So I'm really happy to support it. Oh, it's made me aware of a lot of the research that's going on regarding autoimmune diseases. It's informed me about medications that are available and treatments. One of the staff members here is a patient advocate. She's just filled with all kinds of information to give people about autoimmune diseases, places that they can go for more information, websites, medical information. It's really great. So, yeah, it's been very helpful to me. There's a social aspect. There's the idea of giving back. There's a creative aspect to it. There's so many reasons why. Keeping active. I mean, for anybody, I don't know why people tell me they're bored. When somebody tells me I'm really bored, I don't understand it because there's so much to do, and volunteering is one really wonderful creative outlet. You know, it's fabulous. Well, the fact that there are millions of people that suffer from more than 100 autoimmune diseases. And there is a common cause, and that's what AARDA is looking to do. And I think if more people realize that this wonderful effort has been going on now for more than 10 years, or no, I should say more than think it's 20 years. They really need to know about it. It's very worth supporting. It could save a lot of people from missing work, from suffering from these diseases, and from leading and helping them to lead wonderful lives, normal lives.
One of my sisters has several autoimmune diseases. 20 years ago, the word autoimmune was not even heard of by most people. Now, you hear it all the time. You go into Kroger's and there's gluten-free everything now. Not in health food stores, more gluten-free. So many people have that autoimmune disease. And the older I get, thank you God, I'm getting older, the more people I know that have these problems. And they're kind of under the picture. No one's aware of them. Now it's becoming worldwide known. And that's why I'm working and volunteering with this group. I think people should donate to AARDA because I've been volunteering here for many years now. Everything that is donated to AARDA goes directly to the right foundations. There's no protocol where you have to give it to this gentleman or this woman and it's got to go through this group. It is given to autoimmune disease people who spend this money on curing and finding the causes and the hopefully the remedies for these diseases. It's honest. There's no politicalness in it, right? And that's why I would not hesitate to donate to the autoimmune disease. You know, people say to me, "Oh, you volunteer. That's such a wonderful thing that you're doing. Trust me, you get back 150% more when you're doing something for somebody who needs something, whether they're elderly or child, because autoimmune is definitely in children. The diseases, you get back so much more. It's not you're just happy inside. It's a wonderful thing. I think everybody should volunteer for something that makes you feel good mentally and physically.